What's good, everybody, man? How everybody doing over there? I know it's ugly. Already wrapped up all my thoughts in my post-game review video. This is uploading right now, so y'all will get that probably in the middle of this stream. Even though I'm not expecting this stream to last long after a loss like that. I'm not expecting too many callers, and everybody that calls in, I'm not expecting them to be hype and want to talk for a whole bunch of time. But I'm chilling though, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it at the 5-minute delay. The 5-minute timeline for each caller and all of that. But yeah, man, I put all my thoughts out in that video, and you know, my voice is halfway gone and stuff. So again, this is the typical show where I let y'all have control of it. So I mean, y'all call in, let me know how y'all feel about everything. Let me go ahead and put all the information on the thing. And yeah, we about to get to it. So first we got Yoshi the Killer. Was good. Was good. The Hawk, he said the Saints came marching in. He said we sold. Was good. MP was good. I hate Sos Jones for that stupid play. Ruined, bruh. I talked about that in my video. I stopped watching after that Hail Mary pass. Dang, you went before halftime. It was good. James Fisher was good. Andrew was good. MP was good. Rich. All right, so let me go ahead and bring on the first caller. How you doing over there, Ivory? What's good?
I think, man, this game was, a byproduct of the coaching philosophy meets the wrong players that we have on this team. At one point, we got Cole Holcomb, who isn't the fastest linebacker in the world. He's chasing around Kamara. And we drafted a guy, Jamin Davis, who we just won't put on the field to play coverage linebacker, which was his strength coming into the league. So that's just like a perfect example of the coach, who is the GM, president, everything. He selected, he played linebacker. Del Rio played linebacker. Both of them were actually pretty good players. And yet, at the same time, Rico, you can get that. At the same time, Rico, they're saying this guy can't play. We did not need a bust in the first round, and that's what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he might not develop, but it just feels like he's a bust. But let's get to the meat of the whole thing, man. Taylor Heinicke, what you said, I think what I've been saying is he got exposed today for his weak arm and poor decision-making. And it happens every time we play, seem like a quality defense with halfway decent safety play. The Saints decided to put that Lattimore kid on McLaurin, and he just did a basic trail technique. He basically trailed under Terry because he had help over the top, and they took him out of the game. You know, and the rest of the plays, Heineke just was floating the ball. You can't throw paper airplanes in the NFL. He was just throwing those paper airplanes, man. You can't complete passes floating the ball all over the place. And I know everybody's mad at the Hail Mary. I'm most mad at the Curtis Samuels interception down there by the goal line. That's just inexcusable, Rico. You can't underthrow that play.
Bad. Late and underthrown.
You know, I mean, but you know what's funny? As soon as he let it go, I looked at where he was on the field. I saw pressure and I was like, he does not even see that guy underneath. And that's too long a throw for his arm. I knew it was too long a throw for his arm. I was like, oh, my God. He's throwing that ball way across the field. He don't got the arm for that. You got to put that ball up the field toward the end zone. So when that happened, he cost us points and I think killed momentum. The Hail Mary was just stupid. That's just a stupid play by everybody in the secondary. I mean, everybody was running to get behind their receivers. And I was like, you're literally in the end zone, you idiots. Just somebody track the ball. Like, look up in the sky and see where the ball is. You know, but once the Hail Mary occurred, man, I was like, oh, we're not winning this game. Because Jameis Winston was doing knucklehead Jameis Winston things. Like, he was ready to have one of those knucklehead games where he turned it over a punch. But at some point, Jameis was like, you know what? Even my knucklehead stuff can work this defense. Like, at some point, he was like, let me go ahead and stop doing knucklehead stuff. Because he was ready. You saw that look in his eye. He was ready to do some Jameis stuff. And yet, we let him off the hook, man. I thought the game, to me, the game came down to a couple simple things. Red zone offense by both teams. Sean Payton is a better play caller than Scott Turner. He schemed up great plays that scored touchdowns. When we had the ball, Scott Turner, I don't know what the hell he was doing down in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was guessing at the play sheet. He wasn't trying to set nothing up or anything. So I feel like the game was won and lost in the red zone. And now we're up against it. And Rivera said something funny in the press conference. He was like, he thinks the team as a whole has lost some confidence. What is he feeling and hearing in the locker room that makes him think that? That was a real red flag to me. I was like, oh, no.
You don't hear people say that out loud, especially.
That's what I'm saying. 5 games into a season at 2-3, and he's saying we have lost confidence. The team has lost some confidence. I was like, whoa. Like, we got a lot. I mean, this is bad. Don't get me wrong. But this is game 5. It's 2-3. Like, the season isn't over. And if guys are losing confidence, that tells me they're losing confidence in the coaches. They don't believe the coaches can put us in position. Because Landon Collins, we should release from the team. You can't bench him because he's a veteran and he's going to dog the coaches behind their back and create a poisonous atmosphere. You cut Collins, you bring up Everett and Jeremy Reeves, who play way better safety than McCain and Collins. To me, you can cut McCain and Collins and let them both get down the road for how they're playing. You know what I'm saying? And you slide Fuller back more into a safety role, but we can't keep trotting out the same personnel and then say every week, oh, these mistakes are fixable. Well, one of these weeks you might want to try to fix them, Rico.
You might want to try something a little bit different.
Yeah, maybe you throw a different combination of players on the field. It might help. You know, watching that one play when Kamara dropped the ball, Holcomb was 10 yards behind him. I was like, in what world do we think Cole Holcomb can keep up with that kid, man? Like, come on, man. Come on. And then the Harris touchdown, every team we play is run that play. They know that college is never going to be deep enough. It's like, literally, I almost want to put Andre Carter back there and just say, look, man, anybody run at you, you just run with it. That's all. Put Carter back there like he going to catch a punt. Like, because Collins is looking, he got the worst eye vision of any safety I've ever seen. But, hey, man, that's all I got, man. This whole game was so frustrating. We were running the ball good, it seemed like, but we got away from it. At one point, all Heineke wanted to do was force it to McLaurin. I'm just like, the whole thing is a mess. AGG didn't get no balls. Dax Milne was actually shaking free. I don't know why we didn't go to him a little bit more. You know, so I don't know, Rico. and we got the Chiefs coming in, so it could be a 45 to something whooping next week. I'm like, yo, we might give up 50 next week. I don't know. But Chase Young busted a grape this week. He got a sack, so hey, all wasn't lost. He decided to make his presence. So actually, he got a little bit more pressure this week.
One of the
Sorry,
positives.
man. I talked to you, man. Yeah,
right,
one
man.
of the positives. All right, you take it easy, man.
All right, man. Appreciate that, Ivory. Big time, man. Thank you. Yeah, that was inexcusably ugly. There's some positives to take from it, but overall, that was. I mean, Ivory was right. It was just so many things. I mean, you need more than 5 minutes to talk about everything that went bad. So I appreciate him getting as much as he could out. The paper planes thing was funny. It was good, Hassan. So yeah, it's just ugly out here. Let me bring on the next caller. We got Will. What's good, Will?
Hey, what's good, Rico? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? How you feeling over there?
Oh man, I'm pissed, man. You know about this game. First of all, I wanted to say great photos and the footage from the Falcons game that you posted, man.
Oh,
I really liked
thank
it,
you.
Jordan. Yeah, man. You made me feel like I was at the game with you because we was on pins and needles, man, when things were going bad for us. You know, we got that win pulled off, but yeah. Was that your mom and dad that was with you? Like,
nah, that was my cousin, uncle-in-law, and other cousin. Nah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's good.
That's my little team
good,
right there.
Yo, man, you need that. That's what counts.
Yes, sir.
That's what counts. You already know. Jack Del Rio's got to go. Landon Collins got to go, man. He's a liability, man. Why do we still have him? Like, give him back to the Giants or wherever he was at. Scott Turner got to go. Our defense, man, we got to stop more on the third downs. I don't know why we're letting them get first downs, them converting downs, and we can't. We need to keep the running game going. No one can stop our running game that much. It was going good with Gibson making all the runs and the plays, and then when you throw the ball, all the interceptions, and then overthrowing, underthrowing, that just hurts us a lot.
So annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. I don't know why they couldn't stop Alvin Kamara on the runs, man. Like, he was just running through the middle, like, running through us like we weren't even there. Like, it was just a plain blank field, and he just running through the field, like, getting touchdowns. And then the Hail Mary that Jameson Winston threw, I'm like, is he Aaron Rodgers out there today? And the guy actually caught it. I'm like, this is crazy. And the defense did a little bit better. Chase Young, he made some good plays. I don't think this is our season. I mean, we practically gave that game away. It's crazy. Like, and we got the Chiefs next time. If we gave away the game like this, 10 points, we're going to get them like 60 or something. It's like, because you're talking about Mahomes is going to be throwing the ball like all around us. I don't know what is going on. The secondary sucks. Like, what is going on? And then it's like, why? And then at 4th and 10, why do we go for it on the 4th and 10? We don't even go for it on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. You go for it on the 4th and 10, you know you wasn't going to get that. So I'm like, what is up with that? And Taylor Heineke, man, like, he can't see down the field like that. I'm like, does he need an eye exam? Because he is making some Kirk Cousins throws and, like, the interceptions and, like, not throwing it to Terry McLaurin like it should have been thrown. And I know, like, Scary Terry is frustrated, man. I hope we don't lose Scary Terry or Gibson. I hope we don't lose them, like, because you can see the frustration in their faces when the plays are not being made. And, like, I don't know what the play calling is horrible. Like, Jack Del Rio and Turner, I mean, what plays are y'all calling? And it's predictable. That is why we're not, like, that's like we're not winning, like, these games. Because people can see, like, right through our defense and, like, offense. So that's why we're not making the plays that we should be making. So I don't know. It's like we wait till the game day to practice. And then I guess when they practicing, they sleeping. Because it shows we're, like, practicing and scrambling on, like, the game days. It's like, we got to do better. Like, Washington's got to do better. I don't know, man. I'm just disappointed, like, what's going on right now. I know we still got a long way to go, but if you look at what the games we got left, man, we got some tough teams coming up. And if we playing like this against teams like the Saints, and we barely pulled it off against the Giants and the Falcons, what's going to happen when we play the teams that's going to, like, murder us? They really going to murder us. So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, we just gotta do better. That's all I gotta say.
Man, way better.
Yeah,
It's not the lack of
yeah,
talent. It's just the lack of
yes,
effort, production. It's a lot of mental stuff. You know,
yes,
it's so frustrating to watch a team that's this good on paper, and I still believe we actually
yeah,
are talent-wise, roster-wise. It's not coming together.
yeah, exactly. And what is Ron's plan? Because they said Ron's got a plan. We need to see it before it gets too late. Cause yeah, we yeah, but yeah. But thanks for taking my call, Rico. And yeah, man, I appreciate everything you're doing with the channel and everything. And I can't believe we got the same first name, man. William, great
Yes,
name.
sir.
So yeah, yes, sir. So yeah, all right, yeah, keep it up, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you
All
calling
right,
in, me dog.
no problem. Peace.
All right, man.
All right.
That's my boy Will right there, man. Appreciate you calling in every week, big time. We have way more callers than I expect. We have like 8 or 9 people in line right now, so I do really have to be strict about this 5-minute thing, because there's a bunch of people just sitting there holding a hot phone to their face right now waiting to get in. So I'm sorry, let's go ahead. I'm not gonna talk too much. We just go ahead and get to it. Next up is Rich. How you doing over there, Rich?
Yo,
What's good?
nothing, man. Bear with me because I'm playing a rec game right now. But, so I'm like, focused on 2 things. Oh my God, why do you shoot that? Never mind. So this game, positives. There are positives to this game, believe it or not. There's a positive to everything in this world. You just got to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Dustin Hopkins today? I mean, he was just hitting it. Called his number. He was just, like he was just hitting all of it. Man said, "Hold my drink. You'll see what I can do." But Dustin Hopkins did his job, which is what he's supposed to do. But with that being said, he shouldn't have been on the field. Should have got some touchdowns there. That's just that. I mean, props to Dustin Hopkins. He did what he was called to do, but we need touchdowns there. Everyone knows. This is a passing league, and you win with touchdowns, not field goals. We're past the days of Morton Anderson and O.J. Simpson. We're no longer there. Past that. So, with that being said, the defense. Hey, I didn't like the Benjamin St. Juice pick. That pick is looking really good right now. That pick is looking really good right now. Really good. I mean, I've been saying this for 2 years. Why is Landon Collins not a linebacker? I need answers, and I need answers now. Because we asked them and pressed them so many times that even in-house they had to answer. And Jack Del Rio in the offseason was like, well, there are packages. He'll be in the box, but as a full-time linebacker, no. He mostly played linebacker today. When he was playing linebacker, guess what he did? He stopped the run, which is what linebackers do. He got tackles. Remember his first game here, 2019, against the Eagles. He won Defensive Player of the Week. Had a whole bunch of tackles. Like, he's a tackling machine, so let him tackle. Don't put him in single high coverage by himself, because he's not good enough. He's just not. He's not good enough for that. So don't put him in single high coverage. That should never be the case. And then, I don't know if it was a disguise or if it was Jack Del Rio's fault. I don't know or if it was Landon Collins, Bobby McCain. I don't know whose fault this was. But why the hell was Landon Collins 12 yards away from the line of scrimmage and then had a single high? That makes no sense. No sense. Makes no sense.
The genius himself, Jack Del Rio.
Genius. Hey, D-line, you're another positive. Props to you. You did your job. Deron Payne got a bag. Montez Sweat didn't get a bag, but Chase got a bag and a fumble. So he got his. Why'd you shoot that? Hold on. Okay. Oh, he just crossed me.
About to say, you almost done? You only got a minute left anyway.
Yeah, I'm just doing a few things right now, man. But Taylor Heineke, you're small. We knew he didn't have a cannon of an arm, so I'm not surprised by this. You know, we're gonna be doing our research on these quarterbacks, but man, we got a rough schedule. Don't expect to win. Hey, all you 17-0 guys, hey, don't expect to win next week or the week after that or the week after that. Don't expect to win. Don't expect to win. As simple as that. We're playing the Chiefs or we're playing the Packers. Week after that, I think we got the Broncos. Then we got a bye. Then we got the Bucks. We got a tough schedule ahead of us. And then after that, we have the Panthers and then the Seahawks on Monday night. So we got some shit to handle. And that Hail Mary, oh my God. That's when I was like, you've got to be effing kidding me. Like, that was the point of the game where I'm like, all you got to do, because everyone was behind Marquez Callaway. They didn't have to be. William Jackson definitely could have took 2 steps, just put his hand up, and we're going into halftime tied. We get the ball back. We got a little bit of momentum going, because didn't we just score a touchdown then?
Yep, we were doing a little something.
Yeah, that killed it all. That's when I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was bad. That whole the halftime, right before halftime Hail Mary is just something I never thought I'd see ever, especially against our defense. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely positively ridiculous.
Once they put the camera on the end zone, I'm like, oh, he's about to catch this. Because I see him open, like when I see no one's in front of you in a Hail Mary, you're going to catch it. He's a big body. He's 6'1", 6'2". He could jump. He's athletic. He's the number 1 receiver. He has 1 on his chest. People with 1 on their chest are good, usually. DeAndre Carter, I don't think he deserves 1, but he's good. He got a kickoff return last week. These are good players that were number 1. Gotta watch that guy. They had so many injuries that it's embarrassing that we lost this game. They had too many injuries for us to lose, and we lost. Scott Turner he was super up down today. He had his high ups, super high ups, but he had his downs. Boy, did he? He was cooking up something diabolical, like his name was James Harden trying to get a trade. But boy, there was a certain point where it was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I super agree. Scott Turner was super up and down. Jack Del Rio was pretty much just all down, even though our third down defense got better. But man, I appreciate you, Rich. We about to move on to the other guy. We still have like 8 other people. So man, I appreciate you calling in. Good points as always. Funny as always too, man. Catch you next week. Hopefully after a dub, like I always say. Hopefully.
Like I just said, do not expect to win for the next 2 weeks. Don't expect it.
I'm hoping for it. Definitely not expecting, but hoping. But man, thank you.
Oh, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping. I always hope so. I hope we go 17-0 and win a Super Bowl every year. I expect not that. I don't expect that.
The antithesis. But all right, man, Rich, I'm about to go ahead and move on to the next callers, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
Yes, sir, man. Take care. Let me see. Then next up was, it was Hawk. How you doing there, Hawk? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, Street Scores, man?
Man, what's good? How you feel? I can already hear it in your voice, man. How you doing?
Man, you know what? I had said previously, man, but you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead before I get to rambling. I'm gonna go ahead. I sing the song in Street Scores. You are more than welcome to sing this with me. When the Saints came marching in, we let them run up the number. When the Saints came marching into Washington. First of all, you know what? We didn't gave up what? At least 30 points the last 4 weeks?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? At least 30 points. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when we played the
30.
Chargers, we gave them 20, but the last 4 weeks, it's been about 30 and up.
Yeah, the
Um,
Giants had 29. Everything else was 30 and up.
okay,
43, 34,
okay.
29. So basically, yeah, 30 points a game at least.
You know what I'm saying? And my other thing was, you know what? We as fans, you know what, man? We were sold a bill of goods. I drank the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Thinking our defense was like, going to be like that. Boy, was I wrong. And what else? It's just terrible, man. And it's like, no disrespect to Heineke. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Hey, look, Heineke, man. He's a great football story, man. It's almost like the movie Rudy. He's a great football story, but you know what I'm saying. But other than that, it's like, yo, who? Matter of fact, what's the song by Escape? Who can we run to? Who can I run to? Who can I run to take me to that next level? You know what I mean? Who can we run to take us to that next level? You know what I'm saying? So we can stop being one of those teams that are like quarterback stars. You know what I mean? Bro, it's just crazy, man. And honestly, man, one of my last things, matter of fact, before I get off, I gotta ask you this. I'm not sure if you remember in 2007 when Washington played the New England. We played New England Patriots, and they beat us 59-7.
Oh.
Next week we play the Jets. Excuse me, not the Jets, but the Kansas City Chiefs. How many points do you think that we're going to give up when we play the Chiefs? Because their offense is potent. Their defense, honestly, our team can score on their defense, but
For sure.
they can, you know what I'm saying, but they can score points with anybody. So if the '07 Patriots can put up 59, what do you think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to put up against Washington next week?
I'm scared to guess. I'm scared to guess.
Honestly, William Jackson, I thought that he could be that shutdown corner. He's not that shutdown corner. Kendall Fuller. Landon Collins. Matter of fact, this name, insert any name that plays a secondary position within our defense. I thought they were going to be better than that. Boy, was I wrong. And Patrick Mahomes, like I said, they're coming to town and they're going to put up some points. So, and look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, man. Street Scores, man. I love what you're doing, man. Love you, bro, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. It's hell to the football team, but goodness gracious, man, they don't make it easy. Boy. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy at all, man. It's excuse me. I gotta say this. I'm so mad that Dallas is having a good season right now because the season that Dallas is having right now, we're supposed to be having that season. Street Scores. We're supposed to be having that season.
The exact opposite.
The exact opposite, man. It's the exact opposite is happening for our team. But no, that's all I got for you, man. I'm going to keep listening in, everybody. Please like Street Scores streams. Excuse me. Whenever this man has anything, like, share, subscribe. Street Scores, y'all. Street Scores. That's all I got to say. Peace.
Thank you, man. Much love, man. Appreciate you calling in. That was funny as always, man. You just gotta laugh at how bad we've been. And again, I appreciate the shout out.
Hey, look, anytime, man. And look, hey, man. And look, Street Scores, man. Look, ain't nothing but positive, man. You know what I'm saying? Cool down. And look, matter of fact, whenever I'm in Atlanta, because look, obviously I'm here in Maryland. Excuse me, in the DMV, man. Anytime I'm around your neck of the woods, I'm looking you up, man.
All right, bet.
All right, peace.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling again, man. Have a good evening. My boy Hawk over there, man. Appreciate the love. Let's move on again, because we have so many people. I don't want to talk too much. Let me just go ahead and keep it pushing. We got to get everybody in. Next call was the 240 number. Who's this?
Hey, Street Scores.
Yes, sir. Who's this?
This Terrell Taylor, man. What's going on with you?
Ooh, add you in. Bet I got
Man,
you.
how's everything going?
Saved in.
Yeah, how's everything going with you, man?
I mean, as good as it can go after a loss like that, man. But I'm good. I'm chilling.
Man, first of all, appreciate you having me on, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks for calling.
So let me tell you the first thing I have on my mind. First thing of all, we are being too cheap with the money. We have all this money, but we didn't get nothing in return, no players, no nothing. What are we doing? We have all this extra money. We don't have any players. We have nothing to show for. We got a third-tier quarterback, Taylor Heineke. Come on, you could have did that money. We could have got any of these people, even Sam Darnold. We had opportunity to get him. We didn't get a chance to even try for that. So this is the investment we get. This is where we are, bottom of the tier. And as far as the defense, I feel as though this last year was a COVID year. Not a lot of people practiced. Not many people know what to expect from Washington. We just blew that award because we're a new team. We had some players up there. We did our thing because not many people was practicing. That's how come we became a great defense. Now that everybody has tape on us to see what we can do, we ain't doing anything.
Yeah, and also to add to the like us not making moves, we have like the 5th most cap space in the NFL right now. The 5th most, I think.
So I mean, what can you do? Because you got to think about it. You got an old guy. You just put a Band-Aid when you went from Alex Smith to Fitzpatrick. Come on, you just put a Band-Aid on a situation. You can't do that in the NFL. You cannot put Band-Aids on a situation. You got to take care of it. That's why we clamoring for a championship team for so long, because every time we turn around, they put a Band-Aid on the situation.
Yeah, we do go for temporary solutions too often.
Way too often. It's to the point now, because I live in the DMV area, and I'm here, and I hear everything that goes on. It's to the point now, every time I hear a presser from Ron Rivera or anything, I think I don't even want to turn it on anymore because it just makes me sick. Takes me back to Jay Gruden when they come up with excuses. I don't want to do. Look, I'm not gonna make any excuses. The team is doing well. Come on, yo. This defense is starting to remind me a little bit like Joe Barry. I mean, it's awful. It stinks.
It's ugly. We finally stopped third downs and still allowed the big plays, so it didn't matter. 30 points a game.
How is it the fact that, you have all this extra money, all you come up with William Jackson? If you check out Sammy Gold on YouTube, he actually breaks down that William Jackson and Bobby McCain are always in the wrong area. They guessing, and they trying to be the big jump the gun, and you always leave everybody open. I mean, how the heck you just let wide receiver just open, blown coverages? This is terrible to watch. I'd rather watch the Giants play. At least they give an effort. The Washington don't do anything. He just let people just blow right past
them. Guys just be like nobody within 5 yards of them. It's stupid.
I mean, when they pass him off, they're like, okay, you got him. And the guy's not even looking at him. He just go blowing right past him. I mean, what is this? I mean, come on now. This is terrible. I didn't think I was going to be a person that grew up in the DMV area, watching my own team getting stomped up and down, up and down. I mean, it's not even going to change. Even if we change the name, we're still going to be the same sorry team. They're going to say this is the same sorry team with just a different name.
I hope not, but it's definitely on track for that, for sure.
I mean, come on, think about it. If we draft a quarterback, you can't really put a new quarterback in there because we see the trend that these new quarterbacks that are coming in are getting beat up. You think you're going to put a new quarterback on this offensive line that we're shuffling now? Sheriff is getting hurt. He can't stay healthy. You got 2 tackles. I don't know what's going on with them. So you're going to put a new quarterback in the situation. Come on. You're just going to get him ragtag just like the Bears are doing with Fields.
Their offensive line is horrible though. Like our offensive line is better than that. So, but yeah, I do feel you. But yeah, the Bears' O-line is like one of the worst in the NFL. He's getting concussions every game, type of stuff.
But when you do that, what you do is you deteriorate their whole thing. If I can really play in the NFL, because a lot of teams that went to Cleveland who were quarterbacks, they thought they can play quarterback. They get to that team and they just do something to their confidence. You gonna put them in a situation, come to D&D with all this confidence, because of course we're clamoring for a championship team, so it's high expectations. Like Robert Griffin, he had high expectations, but as soon as he couldn't read defenses and he got beat up in the East, he couldn't do it anymore.
Poor RG3. It was health, lack of confidence, and getting exposed in different. Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly to the point that you don't know how to slide your protection, and you wonder why you got beat up. It's not the offensive line; it's just something like you know how to slide protection. How you not know how to slide protection? They don't get that. But Street Scores, man, I appreciate you. I'm still keep up with you on Twitter, man. Appreciate you. My brother with the burgundy. But, man, this is just god-awful. I mean, I only think the next time we can actually win a game is not with Denver.
Probably.
Probably.
Exactly, probably. And then the thing about it is, by the time we play Seattle, they're gonna have a replacement quarterback because Russell Wilson's not gonna be back till week 10. So that's So do we really have a chance to win anything? I think we're gonna be top 10 drafting. So you might as well go ahead and get your scouts ready and get them on the road.
Well, you know me. I watch college anyway. We could be undefeated. I'm watching Saturday. I care about high school. I watch all of that stuff. So you already know I'm on it, especially quarterback-wise. But, yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. My boy Terrell always calling in with the funny and the facts, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully when you call it next week, it'll be after a win, but we play the Chiefs, so I don't know.
Nah, you might as well go ahead and get the Glad trash bags. That's what you're going to end up doing with us. Glad trash bags.
All right, Terrell, man. Appreciate that.
All right, man. All right, man.
Man, it is dark out here, boy. This team just embarrassed us. I mean, in so many ways, I don't want to talk too long, but a lot of it was us beating ourselves. On paper, and even just in spurts, we look like the better team. It's just beating ourselves, allowing stuff to be too easy. It was just so stupid. Let me bring on the next caller. We got Rudy. How you doing over there, Rudy?
I'm trying not to get in trouble.
What's good?
At least halfway yours is.
Hello. We can hear something in your background too. I don't know if that's me echoing or something else.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hey, man, I'm sorry about that.
What's good, Rudy?
I'm talking about what's up, Rico? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling over there?
Yeah, everything is everything. All right, I'm finna put everybody to rest, man. Ron Rivera, I'm finna assume that everybody is playing chess. I'm assuming that everybody's playing chess and we all in survival mode. The Hail Mary. These are why them boys jacked off on the Hail Mary because last week when McTight got messed his leg up, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was in the back of everybody's mind on the Hail Mary.
That's a great point.
Clear it in. Yeah. The reason why they not calling that many run plays for Gibson because of that stress fracture. I have to assume that because they, because when he hot, they get him the ball. So I think they always knew about this stress fracture, and they trying to keep all that off. I think, and so even with Heineke, I think we just need to steal Arizona offense, so it can open up passing lanes. They really need to see how Arizona, because all his interceptions, he can't see shit. He can't see. Every time he threw that ball up the ground to grab, he can't see, man. So they need to go steal Arizona offense where they open up a little more passing lanes for the shorter quarterback.
I agree, for sure.
But then I also found out a couple of things today. Heineke does not make you better. So any type of change just like how Logan Thomas was gone, and then we had a couple of offensive linemen gone. He can't navigate through any of that because he don't make you better. You know what I'm saying? So anytime anything is off whack with that, if it ain't a consistent thing with him like that, he just nip because I guess that's just in his mentality or whatever. Let's see. It should be Antonio Gibson team. Because to me, you should gear all your play calling towards the most talented player on the offense. The best player is Terry Gibson, but the most talented is Antonio Gibson.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think all your play calling should be geared towards him and make him make everybody better instead of trying to make Taylor Heineke be that guy because he's not. The offense itself is pretty good because if you look through all the 21, man, Taylor Heineke be missing so many big plays and so many things. So I really can't say that Scott Turner's doing a bad job. He just missing everybody. And with that being said, like that offense, really, you don't need to have no mega talent to run that offense. Because we seen that, man. We won the division last year with your boy Alex Smith. We won the division, so I know whatever his his scheme is like you don't have to be no mega talented runner and be successful in it. And only thing we need is a taller and smarter quarterback if we want to be successful in that offense. And
it's crazy how much taller matters. It's crazy.
Literally back to every time he threw a pick, man, it's because he could not see. That's crazy. And like, man, and I know we got a lot of talent. Because we win games when one of the other phases of the team, like say if special teams horrible, long as offense is average and the defense was rocking, we gonna win the game. And vice versa. So anytime one of the phases is extremely, like last week in Atlanta, the defense was terrible, but special teams got us down, and then the offense was running. We won that game. So I know we got enough talent to match any other team in the league. It's just the quarterback. Yeah. That's really all I gotta say, man.
Hey, man, first of all, I appreciate it. And then that point about we need to get Taylor Heineke out from behind these 6'6" guys that's blocking for him so he can see is huge. I don't know why we don't run more bootlegs. Exactly like you said, like the Kyler Murray offense that they're running in Arizona is helping him a lot.
Yeah, he just cannot see. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when you watching the game, they not even really like running defense that exposing them, you know, per se, unless that really is the exposure because he can't see. Now, if they gearing their defense to make him not be able to see downfield, then, you know, that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't do nothing about that. Yeah, but I'm telling you, the biggest mistake we made, man, was that winning that damn division last year, man. That was the biggest mistake we ever did. I hate to say it. Because we lost there about eight draft spots when we won that damn division, man, with a 7-9 record, man. 6-10 record, man. We picking eight spots soon. Man. But the fan base wasn't buying tickets and shit, so they done had to like they done had to do it just to keep the fans, you know, coming. Cause man, I remember back in the day, boy, you couldn't even buy a ticket. You was on like a 20-year waiting list. Now look at us. That's true. But I ain't saying, homie, man. All right, man, you be easy, man. Take it, be safe, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate that, Rudy, man. Definitely call in next week, win or loss. Hopefully it's after a win, man.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man.
All right, be easy, man.
You too now.
All right. Man, it's ugly out here. And somebody earlier said, man, at least you got Georgia. And I mean, I have to admit, at least I do have Georgia to watch. Because, I mean, I think the Hawks are going to be pretty straight. And I'm not really like a Hawks fan. When it comes to basketball, I'm like fan of players. Like I just like certain players' play style, so I tend to watch that team a lot. But if I had to pick a team, maybe it's the Hawks, but I just don't. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm going to watch even half of the Hawks games this season. So that's why I don't really consider myself a Hawks fan. Like, as heavy as I am on Georgia watching every snap, we are 50-0. I'm still on the edge of my seat watching because I care about what the 5-star freshmen look like, because the backups are 5-star freshmen that are eventually going to be the starters that I depend on to win games. My burgundy and gold, win or lose or whatever's going on. So I'm not that heavy into the Hawks, but I guess if I did have a team, and the Hawks are pretty successful, they have a fairly bright future. But Georgia's definitely my emotional support right now, while I watch this burgundy and gold. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm rooting, like all DC sports. I hope for the best. I have no beef with any DC sports. If anything, the Falcons, I hate the Falcons. Of course, I hate the Cowboys. But like generally everything else, I wish y'all the best. Like I remember the baseball team won a championship not too long ago. The hockey team won a championship not too long ago. I don't consider myself a fan, but I was happy for y'all, because if y'all happy, I'm happy type of thing. But yeah, man. Oh, also before I get to the next caller, shouts out to Jared Sports Takes and the Tim Sports Talk. Make sure y'all go subscribe to both of them. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Both great channels. One of my best live streams I've ever had was on the Tim Sports Talk channel. It was like 2 hours and 30 minutes of us just pure analysis, laughing the whole time and everything. So I've already been shouting them out. So y'all already should know, but just in case, again, since they're here, make sure y'all go subscribe to both of them. And then let me go ahead and get to the next caller. We still have more callers in line, man. We got to get to them. We got Merle next up. What's good, Merle?
What's up, Rico?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm about to have a rant, but before I do that, let me just tell everybody, subscribe to Rico's channel. He's great when it comes to the Washington football team. Subscribe to his Twitter, too, because he's great on there. Now, on to this football team. There were mistakes made in the off-season before the season even started. One, hire Mark Mayhew. This is a guy who has a horrible track record as a GM. This is a guy who's a GM who says he doesn't go out to scout talent. That is lazy. Ozzie Newsome went to go scout talent. Ron Wolf went to go scout talent. Bill Polian went to go scout talent. You know what all three of them have in common? They're Hall of Famers. But they got out that chair and went to go scout talent. We got a guy who's about average at best as a GM to scout talent. And I don't know why Ron Rivera picked him to be GM. There were better choices. Matter of fact, this whole front office is trash. More important, we let players go that fit Jack Del Rio's system than we have on here. We let go Jimmy Moreland, who's playing pretty good in Houston. Also, Kevin Pierre-Louis. Yep. Remember they said they wanted position flex? These guys not only play defense, but they play special teams pretty damn good. Position flex. The minute Landon Collins said he wasn't going to play any linebacker, you should have gotten rid of him. Via trade or release. Nobody on that football team gets to dictate what they're going to play. You either play the position I want you to play, or you're off of here. Do you see Bill Belichick having players tell where he's not going to play? How about Sean Payton? Do you see any players tell where they're not going to play? Michael Thomas is in a dispute with him now. He's looking to trade him, or he's probably going to release him in the end of the season. I am tired of these player coaches we keep hiring. There's too much lovey-dovey going on between the players and the coaching staff. That's why we're not winning. That's what you're seeing on the field. Soft. And let me say something else, which is going to piss a lot of people off. Probably you too, Rico, but at this point, I don't care.
All right.
I'm tired of Ron Rivera talking about his cancer and his remission and about Cancer Month. I'm happy that he survived. He's in remission. But do you care more about cancer research or the football team? If you're the head coach of this Washington football team, I need you to focus what's going on in the field. If you want to do more than cancer research, God bless you, resign and let somebody who's a football guy take over this operation. We should have never got rid of Bill Callahan as the head, as a coach on this coaching staff. I wanted him to be the head coach before they hired Ron Rivera. Look what he's doing in Cleveland with their offensive line. Best in football. Look what he was doing with Dwayne Haskins when he was here, him and Kevin O'Connell. They had him playing their best football under him. Because of that, now we're 3 years behind because we got rid of Haskins because Ron Rivera didn't like him. And they didn't put him in an offense that fit his needs. Now we got to go out with the first-round pick and draft a quarterback, which is only 3 I see you can draft here. Either Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ritter, or my favorite, Carson Strong. The rest of them I'm not touching because they're short. Look what's going on now with Taylor Heineke, a short quarterback. He can't see. He can't see. I hear everybody talking about Kyler Murray. Wait till the season progresses. He does this every year. He starts off good, looks like a Hall of Famer, looks like an MVP, and then he tails off during the season. Why? Because he has a little plane, and he's going to get hit. And now with an extra game, he's going to wear it down. Look at what's going on with Russell Wilson. He's already hurt. I don't like short quarterbacks. I never did. And if you're going to run the type of offense that Scott Turner's going to run, which is a vertical offense, you need a big, tall quarterback that can see over the line and throw the football accurately down the field. Taylor Heineke can't do that. He always misses guys wide open down the field when Scott Turner calls the plays. Now, my problem with Scott Turner is he's not using his players to his best potential. Your strength is the offensive line. Run the football. Use Jared Patterson. Let him run in between the tackles. But Antonio Gibson's in the field, then you start running inside, outside zone. That's where he's best at running the football. You have to use all three of these backs. J.T. McKissick too. You got to use all three.
I agree.
Because you don't have a dominant running back. With 17 games, the running back system is over. You got to have at least 2 to maybe 3. But we're not doing the job they're supposed to be. Curtis Samuel. Nobody checked the medicals on this guy before you sign him to this big contract? Really? Nobody? We haven't gotten a plum nickel out of him since he's been here. Paul Richardson even played a couple of games. My God, these were some horrible personnel decisions. Yeah, we can blame Jack Del Rio for the defense, but they took away players that fit his system. You didn't address the linebacker situation at all in the offseason. Jamie Davis is okay, but I didn't even have him going in the first round. You could have picked up JOK in the first round. And look what he's doing in Cleveland's defense. Balling. That's the guy I wanted that you could have had, but you chose not to pick him.
Could have had him in first and second, maybe even third round, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was horrible decisions made on this team. I like the Sam Cosmi pick. He got hurt today. I hope he's not hurt too long. I like the Sam Cosmi pick. But you could have had a great linebacker, well, let's say a good serviceable middle linebacker in JOK. You keep forcing circles into square pegs and it doesn't work. Oh, man. and this D-line, you need to start benching guys who's not giving you 100% effort, if that's what you feel. Ron Rivera always says, well, we're going to work through it. Work through what, dude? I mean, I keep hearing he's a great coach, but you look at his record in Carolina, he was about 500. That's an okay coach, mediocre, and that's what his team is right now. Mediocre. He's not a great evaluator of talent. Not from what I've seen.
Yeah,
Him or Martin.
Not so far. Definitely not so far.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear anybody blaming Daniel Snyder, because Daniel Snyder basically gave Ron Rivera all the power to make all these decisions for this football team, including picking his GM. So none of this goes on Daniel Snyder. This mess is totally Ron Rivera. And if he resigns during the offseason, well, I won't be mad. But that's all I got. That's all I got, Rico. All this lovey-dovey stuff is just making me sick. You're football players.
Excuses and taking up for and then saying we'll get them next time.
Excuses and what really chaps me is when I see our players picking up other players from the other team.
Oh yeah, I hate that. I hate that too. I hate the fact that we were laughing at the end of the game too. Like the defense was on the field laughing and dapping everybody up. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
No, you're between the lines. You're my enemy for 4 quarters. I'm here to tear your head off. After the game, sure, we can laugh it up and dab it up, but that's after that I beat you. Not during the game. Sad. That's what's wrong with it. I'd rather have a coach who the players hate but respect than a coach that everybody loves. Give me a Bill Belichick. Give me a Tom Coughlin. Give me a Tom Coughlin. Those are the type of coaches I want. Give me a Sean Payton. That's the type of coaches I want.
But I
You know
man,
what?
I was about to say just appreciate it because we already went probably like a whole 2 minutes
Yeah,
over the time, but you was on a
yeah,
roll,
go
so it
ahead.
was hard to stop you. But man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Go Dogs. They number one now.
Oh yeah, man, we always got that. We at least we fall back on that.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'll
Thank you,
talk to you
Merle.
next week, Rico. All
All
right,
right,
man.
man. Definitely catch you next week. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Bet. Let me see. We got Calvin was next. How you doing over there, Coach Calvin?
What's going on, baby? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? As good as I can be after a loss like that.
Hey, you know the deal. Look, first of all, I want to give a shout out. Was that Merle? Was that his name? The one that just called in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, dog, this is the first time Merle done called in and didn't tell us to relax.
That's a guy. I didn't even think about that. That's funny.
Shout out to you, man. No, look, this is it, man. I've lost all football respect for Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. I've lost all football respect, not as men, but as in football terms, I've lost all respect for them. You let Kevin Pierre walk, you let Ronald Darby walk. You don't play Jeremy Reeves. You're not playing DeShazer Everett, and all these players did well for us last year in this so-called scheme that our guys are struggling in now. And two of them left. Two of them are on the team, and you're not even playing them. That makes no sense to me at all. You got the wrong personnel on the field. And because of whatever, Landon get all that money, Landon Collins should be on the bench. Landon Collins should never be in the game.
Yeah, I hate the fact that they care about the money. Because, play on field, he should definitely not be starting easily.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He should not be on that field. And the fact that they got him on the field, it's like, bro, that's why I'm losing football. I've lost football respect for him. He's not one of the better players on the team. But you still got him playing. Now, look, this is what I got here. Okay, I ain't going to keep it long. I'm going to keep my 5 minutes. Curtis Samuels, sit his butt down the rest of the season. Because I'm going to tell you something. The schedule's ugly. And I told you 2 weeks ago, Street Scores, we need to stop saying, oh, well, that's that team. We should get them. Stop saying that, y'all. There's no team we should beat. Look at the schedule. Chiefs, Packers, Broncos, Panthers, Seahawks, Raiders, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. Tell me, what game can we win in that? We got lucky beating the Giants. Look, I don't see how we're going to beat Philly. We always struggle with quarterbacks that can run. I don't know how we're going to beat Philly. We're not going to beat Dallas with Dak. It's not going to happen. Stop trying to fool yourselves. It's not going to happen. I heard somebody say Broncos. No, we're not beating the Broncos in Mile High. It's not going to happen. We're going to have a top 5 pick, y'all. Probably top 3. We will be lucky to have 5. I'm telling y'all, we will be lucky to get 5. And I'm talking about lucky to get 5 wins this season. We will be lucky. Scott Turner ain't it. He's not it. He's too inconsistent. He is not the answer. But as long as Ron Rivera's here, you know who's going to be our offensive coordinator? Scott Turner. So that don't say much for us, even if we do get a franchise quarterback. Okay? Another thing. Gibby actually had 20 carries today. Did you realize that, Rico?
It didn't feel like it, but yeah, I mean, we had that. I'm pretty sure he got like 90% of it in 2 drives.
Yeah, no, and look, he had 20 carries for 60 yards, but I will say this. I know that don't sound good, but he was getting yards here and there. But Scott Turner kept going away from the run. It's like, bro, you got to run. How many times has we've done good on a drive with a run, and the next drive, he do 3 straight passes, and we out.
Boy, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10.
Exactly. He's got to stop that, all this inconsistency. But the thing with Curtis Samuels, look, sit him out rest of the year because guess what? You just need to get him healthy for next year. Because if he probably out for another 4 weeks or whatever, 5 weeks, look, our season's going to be over by then anyway. Ain't no need playing him again for him to get hurt, and then the next thing you know, he's going to be rehabbing over the spring. Sit his butt down, put him on IR, he's done. DeAndre Carter gets the game ball today, okay? That boy balled out today. And you know why he balled out? Because he was given an opportunity, which he was not given the first three games. He balled out today.
he gets the game ball. He caught 4 balls for 60-some yards. He did a great job today, so I give him much credit. Taylor Heineke, that's the last point. Look, I already knew he wanted to answer, but I'm gonna tell you what he did today. Just like last week, where everybody was, he's throwing to his main receiver, he's forcing the ball. Well, guess what happened? You run up into a top 5 cornerback, and he's forcing the ball to his best receiver, who's being covered really well, and then he can't throw it accurately. No, look, man, Taylor Heineke cannot force the ball to your best receiver unless you're going to throw it accurately. We got to stop this narrative to keep feeding your receiver if he's not accurate. He wasn't accurate. Of course he's going to be accurate against a sorry defense like the Falcons. I mean, so stop comparing the two. We can't keep saying, he's good against subpar defenses. Those are subpar defenses, just like our defense this year. They're not good. You know why? Because we played subpar quarterbacks last year. What, DiNucci from Dallas? What's the boy's name from the 49ers last year? I don't even know the guy's name. They were
Beathard,
subpar
I believe.
quarterbacks. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, our defense looked good because they were quarterbacks that were probably really third-string guys. So when we say Heineke looks good, he looks good against what? Well, look what he did today. He didn't look good against a top 5 defense. You cannot. I don't care how good Terry is. You gotta throw the ball accurately to your best receiver. And today he didn't do that. His ball is his arm is a noodle. You see every throw. It's too much. He has too much air with his throw. It's just so ugly, and it showed itself today. He got lucky in the first 4 games with not throwing these nasty picks, besides the one last week. But today, it was ugly. It was ugly, man. His ball is so nasty because he puts too much air under it. The one that he threw to Curtis Samuels at the 1-yard line. Dog, Kurt, you got to throw that back shoulder into the end zone. He underthrew the ball. Then the other one is like he threw so much air to it, the safety had time to come over and make a play. The one to Terry. It's just Taylor's not it. Taylor's not it. Like I told you, look, don't be mad, Rico. Look, don't be surprised if they give Kyle Allen a chance. And I'm not saying Kyle's gonna do any better. That's not what I'm saying. But you can't have this guy on the third and goal, and you run a pass play, and you keep him in the pocket. And what happened, Rico? They knocked the ball down.
Yep.
What are you doing? Yep. You cannot keep this joker in the pocket with these 6'5", 6'6" defensive linemen, and you gonna keep in the pocket on the 4-yard line? Bro, get out of here with that crap. Scott Turner ain't it, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. As long as Ron Rivera's here, he's gonna keep Scott Turner because he's very loyal. And I just don't see us having success with, the inconsistency that Scott Turner shows, man. I'm done, bro. Hey, look, shout out Rico, always. Love what you do, bro. Like him, like his channel, subscribe to it, donate to him, man. Do everything you can to support this man. He does a great job, man. I'm out, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate that, Coach Calvin, man. Appreciate that, man.
Always.
Definitely call in next week if you can.
You already know, bro. Later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all of the shout-outs and the love, man. I appreciate y'all calling in, all of that, man. I really do. There was a comment I wanted to reply to, but it was so long ago. It was like 2 callers ago, and I forgot in the middle going from one caller to the next, and then I already forgot what it was by the end of this one, because again, I'm giving my full undivided attention to the person that's talking. So like I'll randomly see something scroll by and I'm not getting a chance to see everything because I'm literally like envisioning, like when somebody's talking about Taylor Heineke in the call, I'm envisioning Taylor Heineke running and throwing the ball. So like I'm missing a lot in the chat, but it was something that just snuck by and caught my attention, but I forgot what it was. Let me go ahead and get to the next caller. We got my boy Argo, the youngest RicoScores family member. What's good over there, Argo?
Oh, what's up? By the way, you might ready to be demonetized.
Wow, I'm scared.
It's not going to look good. It's not going to look good in a second. So basically, for what I've seen, because I didn't get to watch the game, I've seen stats, though. We were slinging the ball. We were slinging it from the stats.
Yeah, 41 attempts.
Exactly. Then 200 yards. 2 interceptions, 0 TDs from Heineke. What are you doing? Like, actually, what the fuck are you doing? What are you on? Thinking you're going to throw it that many times. Plus, we're overthinking it, as you said. Yes. Like, you throw that one pass to, that one screen to Antonio Gibson. Guess what? We're not going to see a screen to Antonio Gibson for the rest of the season.
Probably won't. Yep, especially the way they set it up with the certain blocks and to the right side. I'm pretty sure if we even get in the realm of doing something similar to that, it's gonna be something completely different. Scott Turner sees something works and then just immediately deletes it from his playbook. I don't know why.
It's kind of like it's just, so you kind of just take, you know what old F4 does? Just basically do that with the playbook. There's that page is never used again.
Ever.
Nothing up will make it ever again.
Ever.
Yes. From what I've seen is, we were definitely feeding Antonio Gibson, though.
Yep.
But he wasn't getting much. That's something we got to work on is, like, don't overdo something. And I saw that we didn't even run the ball, like, once in the first half. Like that, because we just didn't give anything. We just passed the ball the whole time.
Yep.
In the first half. And I'm just like, what are you on? Because I know it's something. If you think you can pass the ball every dang play, it's not gonna work like that. It's not Madden, okay? I don't know if they're just looking at Madden and taking that and thinking that's gonna work. Because Curtis is so fast. They're going to think, oh, they press coverage, put him on a streak. He's going to get open. No, it's not going to happen. It's not Madden, my guy. Why? That's legit. I think we're legit taking plays from Madden and not doing them again. But the thing is, like, in Madden, there's some stupid plays, if you know what I mean. Like, that can
the glitchy plays, money plays.
Yeah. Yeah, the plays that you can abuse all year and nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to think of it. I think in like a PO bubble, something like that. That play was broken in Madden 21. Then like halfback dive was broken. Like all those glitchy plays. Like if it works once, if it's a 70-yard play off to the side, it's just a simple 70-yard play. Who expects it again? They see you do that again, you know what? They're probably going to be like, oh, it's going to be something slightly different. You run there that same play, guess what? Who cares if it doesn't work? Just move on. At least you tried again. Kind of like you get the shit beat out of you, and you get the right back up.
Not with Scott Turner. Not with Scott Turner.
She's like, kind of like, yeah. And another thing is, we have top 5 cap space. Go out and sign somebody, which is not free agency, but still, sign somebody. It's sign. I don't care who it is. Like, fire on Rivera, because I don't see it. Like, because he's not calling good. What happened to our defense in the first place? Paper. It was good looking on paper. And I thought the same thing. And now I see our first game. I'm like, the fuck? Like, okay, first game, whatever. Second game, oh shit. Third game, oh fuck, we're bad. Oh shit, fuck me. I'm just like, help. What was that? I don't know what's going on with our team, but I think we're fucked this season. We're fucked. There's no other term to describe it, but we're fucked.
We better play better. That's all I know. The schedule's only getting harder. The teams are getting better, so we got to step up to win because we've really just technically played the easiest part of our schedule already. So, boy, we got to get it together soon.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday, guess what? Guess who we play? The Chiefs. Oh, you ready to lose by 60 points? That's 60-0. That's the exact score I'm predicting. 60-0. It's not even absolutely close. It's like, well, what happened to everybody who signed in the off season? Where are they? Did they just like drink the whole off season and not show up to OTAs or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on. But man, Argo, I appreciate it. Appreciate you calling in. What's it call it? Definitely make sure you call in next week after the Chiefs game, because we'll see if you're right. Will it end up being 60-0? Will we surprise everybody, end up winning that game? We'll see. But man, yeah, appreciate that, Argo.
If we win that game, I will pop a shoe. You will literally pull up my street and see me doing a shoe.
All right, Argo, man, I appreciate it. I'll catch you next week.
One last thing, subscribe to Street Scores.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate that, man.
Yep. Have a nice day.
You too. All right, let me bring on. That's Argo. That's the youngest Street Scores family member right there. Where we at? Oh yeah, Dominique was next. How you doing over there, Dominique?
Hey, what's going on, Rico?
What's good?
Let me just start off and say, Bruce Allen messed the team up with all the draft picks and all the stuff he did. Then you bring in Ron Rivera. He's cleaning up a mess under Bruce Allen. And aren't we? What is this? What is Rivera? This is his third year, right?
Second.
Okay, second year here. So he's just getting in the players that he wants and likes. Jack Del Rio, same thing. Just getting in the players. It's not like I'm going to defend them. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to defend them. They're trying to figure it out. No one said this was ever a Super Bowl bound team. Again, Scott Turner. His offense is not working. Why? Because he doesn't have an elite quarterback. Maybe if they would have went out and got Sam Darnold, it might look different. Or even under Fitzmagic, it might look different. But Heineke is not a franchise quarterback. He's decent at best. So you're putting a whole lot on a guy who, let's be honest, is supposed to only come in when your franchise quarterback is down and maybe win you a game. But he's not supposed to start. He was never supposed to start. So all the things that everybody's complaining about, this was already foretold.
Talking about before the season even started, we were just already set up for this type of situation.
It was already. Everybody was so gassed about this defense, but every year is a different year. We don't know what half of these players did and where their mentalities are.
That's always been my point with the and I'm gonna give you at least an extra 30 seconds because I did want to say, since you brought that up, that's always been my point when I've been debating with people on Twitter, on my channel, whatever, on live streams, that a top defense is great and all, but defense has changed from year to year. You can even see the Buccaneers defense this year. You can see the Rams defense struggling, but elite quarterbacks keep you in the playoff run, the Super Bowl contention year to year. Like every year, it's always those top quarterbacks that are at least you're competing to win the division. But defenses, man, things happen. Trying to keep together a strong 11 to 15 guys from year to year it's hard. So you need that quarterback to matter long term.
Yes. If you have a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees when he was playing, these guys guaranteed you 10 wins. Off the top, guaranteed you 10 wins. Heineke does not guarantee you 1 win. So you're saying, with this, let's just be honest with the situation. He's not a franchise quarterback. And this league is set up it's a passing league. It's set up for the wide receivers. That's why Scott Turner's probably trying to run so many passing plays, because it's set up for the wide receivers to be successful.
Literally.
So 20 carries is a lot of carries in this modern NFL. And let's be honest, Once you get a lead, what do you start to do? You start to run the ball because you're trying to get that clock to go down. You're trying to keep the ball so the clock can run out and you can win the game. But when you can't even run the ball efficiently to get 4 yards every play, why are you going to keep going back to something that's not giving you 4 yards? Or you see a lot of the teams, what they do these little screen passes to get you 5 yards, to put you more successful for, instead of it being it should be 2nd and 6, or so you can get to 3rd and 3, those type of things. But I still will agree, Scott Turner does not do well, when he does have, it's like 3 yards ago. I agree with that. But still, this league is set up for wide receivers to be successful. And again, when you don't have a quarterback that is successful, even if they switch to the Cardinals offense, I still don't think Heineke will be successful because he's not that guy.
I think it would help, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna definitely look like a Kyler Murray at all. Like, definitely not.
He's not that dude. And then my last thing I'm gonna say is, if we get rid of Rivera, we get rid of Del Rio, who's gonna come to Washington? Who is the next? Who's gonna come in here? Who
wants to deal with this?
Exactly. Who wants to come in here and do it? And let's be honest, that person is going to bring in a whole new offensive scheme, a whole new defensive scheme, and he's going to want his players. So we're starting from scratch all over again. So again, this guy has a 5-year contract. Wait, you got to give it time. Rome wasn't built overnight. I'm just being optimistic. I'm just seeing I'm being real when it comes down to watching this team on TV. They weren't built to be successful. They really were not. But they may be successful in year 4, maybe in year 5, when they get a lot more of their players that they want on the team, get more out of their coaching staff. It might be that Ron Rivera needs to infuse some of these younger guys so they can click with the younger guys on the team. But we don't know what's all going on behind the scenes. We're not privy to all of that. But you got to be patient. Just like that. Bill Belichick is not a great coach. He had a great quarterback. Let's be honest. He had a great quarterback that didn't accept big, huge paydays that was allowed that team to get better players.
Yeah.
And let's watch it. Watch the Chiefs. Watch Baltimore. When they have to pay the quarterback, they can't pay everybody on the team. It's got to start.
Ugly.
It gets real ugly quick. So everybody wants all these players, but you got to realize that's why they got that salary cap. But you can't get all the best players when you got all these, like Chase Young is about to come up. McLaurin's going to come up. You got to pay these guys.
Yep.
Kane is going to come up. So you can't go out and get all these other free agents if all your homegrown talent is about to want to get paid too. And then if they walk, guess what? You're starting all over again. Somebody else is going to pay them. And you're like, oh, see what happened? They went over there and they do it. We already knew they were good. But you just couldn't pay them. Can't pay Chase Young and pay Montez Sweat. Something's got to give.
That is true. Somebody, a lot of these guys that we think are going to stay, somebody's not going to end up staying because of money. And, again, like a lot of people have already said, like I've said, Terry may look at this situation like y'all not even trying to get a quarterback, and he'll just leave when his contract is up. I don't care how much money y'all offer me. I'm about to go somewhere with a good quarterback. I could definitely see him doing that. I don't know if he's the type, but if I'm him, I would.
Yep. Or just I want to get paid. Who cares about even if the team did get a good quarterback? Maybe he doesn't feel like waiting around for him to develop.
True.
So I'm leaving for that reason too.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Well, thank you for taking my call, and man, you stay blessed.
All right, man. Appreciate that, Dominique. Great points as always. Please call in next week, win or loss. Hopefully it's a win, but it's ugly, so we'll see.
I'm even keel with it all. No, I'm not getting too high. Not getting too low.
You right with
it's
me.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, man. Better take care of yourself.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Let me bring on. Next up was Joseph. How you doing over there, Joseph?
What's poppin'?
What's good?
How you doing, Rico?
Well, man, as good as I can be after a loss like that.
It was stressful for them.
Boy, because it just felt like it was in reach the whole time. It'd be different if we was getting blown out from the beginning, but yeah, man. How you doing over there?
I've noticed a pattern. All right, so this is what I have observed. In every game that we play, right, in the first quarter, we either don't score or we kick field goals. And then in the second quarter, you score points, touchdowns and stuff. Third quarter goes back to either not scoring or field goals. And then the fourth quarter, we score touchdowns or one touchdown. So if we could just have a consistent overall game and where we could score one touchdown in at least one quarter, we could eventually come up with a win, and it will accumulate to wins.
True. We do. I mean, last year it was we didn't score till the second half. Now, like you said, we score second and fourth quarter. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's like we have a thing for even numbers. Oh boy.
Yeah, winning and scoring. Lose first game, win second game, lose third, win fourth, and same thing with the quarter, second and fourth, like you said. Yeah.
And the defense played good in the first half, sort of. It looked like little inconsistency, but then in the second half, it looked like they were tired. Because Chase Young had a strip sack. I appreciated that. Cole Holcomb had an interception, but he would have had 2 interceptions because remember that pass that Winston threw where Kamara basically dropped the pass and then he tipped it back. And Cole Holcomb was there, but he didn't see the ball. If he would have seen that ball, if he would have had the hand-eye coordination, he would have caught the second interception. He probably would have ran it to at least field goal range.
Yep.
To give the offense a chance for a touchdown. We had a lot of opportunities that we missed.
A lot. That was a winnable game. That was definitely a winnable game.
So hopefully next week, Pat Mahomes doesn't throw 10 touchdowns on us. But at the same time, I hope he does because he's my fantasy quarterback. So I want to see how many points we get. You know?
Rocking with the enemy. I feel it. I mean, that's what I get for not starting Cordell Patterson against us. I had Cordell Patterson. I was like, nah, he's not gonna, and I should have. So yeah, I feel you. Start Pat Mahomes for sure against us.
It's tragic.
Real tragic.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Bro, like I just said, man, start Pat Mahomes because I should have started Cordell Patterson, boy. Should have. I missed that opportunity. I think I ended up losing that fantasy week too. But, man, appreciate you, Joseph, as always.
No, take care.
Yes, sir, man. Call in next week if you can. Appreciate it. And then we have 202. What's good, 202? Who's this?
Yeah, this C-Dub.
C-Dub?
C-Dub from the DMV.
Bet, saving you. And what's good, man?
Listen, man. The Skins, man, the Washington football team, bro. We like that. What's that meme that's on TikTok? When we fall down, ooh. I'm just telling you, man. The whole season is done, bruh. The whole season is done, man. I'm going to tell you right now, Ron Rivera, man,
He's too stuck in his ways. And who's that last caller, bruh, that said something about his cancer? That dude right there was spot on with everything he said, bro.
Oh, you talking about Merle? Yeah, you talking about Merle.
Everything he said, he was spot on, man. Listen, Ron, he's just too nice, man. And he's a player coach. We need somebody that's gonna come in there and get on these teams' ass, get on these players' ass, bro. It is what it is, man. We terrible, man. We terrible right now, man. Get ready, man. Get ready, man. It's gonna be a bad storm, man. A storm gonna come. It's a wrap, man. Only thing I'm focusing on right now, bro, is hopefully we can win the division in our division. Other than that, we done. So get ready, man. Try to get a draft pick, man. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap, man. I don't have no confidence in Ron whatsoever, man. You know, whatever he did, whatever he's doing, he's just not cutting it out for me, man.
I feel it, man. Yeah, I am sad with the excuses we have in press conferences and things like that, man. It's pretty bad.
Let's watch the tape. All of this crap. Listen, man, I'm done. You know, it's every week with this dude, man. I mean, like we talk about this breast cancer, we talk about this cancer, and then we lose on the game when we talk about the daggone cancer. We lose that game.
Yeah, you would think if any time they play motivated.
Yeah, you think they want to play motivated, and then we lose the game. Like, come on, man. I'm done with this, man. Like, you gonna be a coach, or you gonna be worried about cancer awareness and all that stuff, man? Let's put it together, man. Let's focus on our team, man. Football only, bro. Let's get Landon Collins trash. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here, bro.
Yeah, he struggling.
McCain trash. McCain trash, man. Like he see these players trash. He see their real trash. But that's his boy. They boys. They must be going out drinking beers or whatever, man. I don't know what they doing, man. But I don't know, Rico, man. But like I said, man, that's all I gotta say, man. But fans, man, get ready, man. It's gonna be a long season, man.
It's about to be bumpy for sure. That's the best way to word it.
It's gonna be bumpy. This October is gonna be Halloween for real.
Scary sight, man. But I appreciate you, C-Dub, man. I got you saved in and all of that. So next time you call in, I already got you. And make sure you call in next week, win or lose. Hopefully it's after a win, but it's like you already said, it's ugly.
It's ugly, man. It's ugly, bro. It's ugly, man. That's all I can say, man. Keep up with the good work, man. Fans, it's what it is, baby. Let's keep it. Let's. It's always next year, like they always say. It's always next year.
All right, bet, man. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you calling in for sure.
All right, man. Bet.
All right. Let me see. We got my boy C-Dub. Appreciate you calling in. 443 number. Who's this?
What's up?
What's good? Who's this?
Oh, you probably don't know me. I've just been watching your channel for a while, and I'm a huge Washington fan.
Oh, bet. Well, what's your YouTube account name? I want to sign you in so you're not just a random number.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was the one that was calling in multiple times. Robinero. ROBINERO.
Okay, bet. Got you saved in. And yeah, you good,
you,
man. What's good, man? How you feeling over there?
I mean, I knew going into this game that this game was not going to be easy at all. It was definitely not going to be like the Bills, but it also was not going to be like the Falcons. But we shot ourselves in the foot. This was a winnable game. We definitely could have been 3-2. Because I don't know how the Giants won that game. I didn't really watch that game. But all I'm going to say is good teams would have beaten the Saints, and this just shows that we're not that great of a team.
I agree.
And that's a shame because our D line actually did something this game. Jameis Winston threw two interceptions. I think we sacked Winston twice. Chase Young got a sack. I was like, okay, there we go.
And we're good on third down.
We're doing something. And my God, our secondary is buns. that Hail Mary touchdown, I was like, are we serious right now? Like, no one was even attempting to even slap the ball out of the hands. Like, no one was even jumping. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, how do you let that happen, man? Oh my God, like that was by far the worst thing about the game. It's just like stuff like that. I just feel like, now I don't think we're like the best team ever, but I do think we should be better than what we have, because we do have a lot of talent. But
Agreed.
man, I just do not think we're using it in the right way at all.
I agree. I super agree. Agree wholeheartedly with everything you said so far. That was definitely a winnable game. Where our talent is better than what we're putting on the field is just unacceptable.
It's funny because like last year we were 2-7, and it still went to the playoffs, mainly because the division was garbage, but we still went to the playoffs. Unless by some miracle, because the last 5 games are divisional games, unless we just win all 5 games and go back to the playoffs, which would be hilarious. But like, the next couple of games could get very brutal. The Broncos could be a winnable game because they lost to the Steelers. I mean, the Chiefs' defense isn't good, but the way our secondary is, Mahomes is going to put up 60 points with Tyreek Hill, because we ain't going to stop him. We ain't going to stop him, bro.
And don't even talk about the linebackers against Travis Kelce, because what linebackers? Jamin Davis barely even played.
Why? That's the thing I don't understand. I feel like we should have Jamin Davis. And now, like, I don't want our players to get hurt because that's a bit, like, selfish, but Bostic was a liability. And in my opinion, they should put Davis in, like, real. And also, another thing, Landon Collins either needs to be switched to linebacker or he should just be benched, because you are getting paid way too much to play like this. And I think you saw it on, like, Twitter. He was saying that, like, oh, I wasn't prepared for that Hail Mary. Like, what do you mean you weren't prepared? Like, what does that even mean?
What are you prepared for, like, then? What's anything that you're
what?
prepared
like,
for?
Like a good 10 seconds to be prepared, but I guess you still weren't prepared, apparently. I feel like at this point we need to be done with the whole excuses thing. I understand there'd be some bad calls in the NFL. There should be some, like, stuff that doesn't go our way, but at some point we gotta stop shooting ourselves in the foot and, like, get our head out of our butt and realize, look, we're not the greatest team ever, but let's work to what we can have, if that makes any sense, and be like, and I also blame some of this on Del Rio, and that's weird because I liked Del Rio last year, mainly because our defense was great.
Yeah, when producing.
The thing is, I'm not even worried about our D-line anymore. That's not even what, like, mainly concerns me. It's just the secondary is killing us. It's murdering us. Because, and that's crazy. If you would have told me at the beginning, like before the season started, that our offense would be better than our defense, I would have laughed in your face. But it's true. Our offense is actually better than our defense.
Same here. I would have never guessed.
And even then, our offense didn't play that great today. It was just not really a great game all around. Mainly because the Saints are probably a better team than the Falcons. But, yeah. Now, like, 2-3 is not the worst thing ever because, trust me, I've seen worse. Like,
yeah.
It could be a lot. It could be a lot worse because we were lucky to beat the Giants and the Falcons are bad. But at the same time, it's just the worst part. Like, before the season starting, I legit thought we were gonna win like 10 games. Like,
me too.
Like, if I'm being honest.
Right with you.
The energy, my energy has just disappearing. And I still, like, have belief, like, that we can turn things around. I still think we could be better. I don't think we're garbage or anything. I just think our secondary is awful, and I think even though I love Heineke, I mean, he didn't play, like, amazing, but I still support him a lot. Like, the dude's, like, a legend. Kind of like a meme way, but, like, also kind of serious way at the same time. At the same time, I don't think he's really the franchise quarterback. He could definitely win you games, and he could definitely play well. I'm not confident of him being like a franchise quarterback that you could sign like a 5-year deal with. I still love the guy. I just don't think he's like the guy like a Kurt Warner, like people were comparing him to.
I'm right on the exact same level with you on everything you said. Like, some people I'm like a little bit lower, a little bit higher. That's exactly how I feel, especially about Taylor Heineke.
I will say though, DeAndre Carter is a machine. I love this guy a lot. We need to use this guy hella more. And if games where Curtis Samuel plays or when he doesn't play, we got to use that guy more.
I agree. Definitely needs to be more involved.
But yeah, man, hopefully we turn things around. Like, games like this is just extremely mentally exhausting where it's just like, you also sometimes you kind of wish the season was already over. It just ends today. But obviously that doesn't happen. Like, I'm a guy who's like very like optimistic by certain things.
Same here.
But we really need to start fixing things, because I swear to God, 2 years ago was like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, and last year was like refreshing going to the playoffs. So I don't feel like being like 3-14. Like, screw that. Like, let's actually be decent. Let's like turn things around and go to the playoffs. And if we can't go to the playoffs, let's just not completely tank.
I mean, we got to show something. Like, at the end of the day, and even though I'm heavy, go get a quarterback, trade up if you have to. I don't think it's necessary to tank. Like, all of these guys, I think you can get your guy if you need to trade up. Or, I mean, even guys like Malik Willis, with the level of competition he's gone against, and then he had interceptions this past game, he may make it to like the second round. Lamar Jackson probably, you could say, look better in college than Malik Willis does right now, and he got taken last pick when the Ravens traded up for him. So, I don't feel like it's necessary for us to have a top 10 pick this season for sure.
Yeah, in my opinion, like, we should not pick a defensive person, because I still it's so hard to defend, because like some people are gonna look at me like I'm insane or whatever, but I still think we have a good defense. It's just the scheming is just absolutely gorgeous. When I say like we still have a good defense, people are looking at me like, no, you don't. Or your defense is bad. I know it looks bad, but it's a complicated thing where it's like you try to defend something because you know it could change and stuff, but obviously the numbers speaks the complete opposite way.
I mean, like I said this in my review video. They probably came out like in the beginning when this live stream just started. For the game against the Saints, and like, we're not devoid of talent. We're not like the Jaguars and the Jets, where it's like literally we just don't even have the guys. We have the guys, it's just not getting done on the field.
Oh yeah, like I love a lot of players on this team. There's not many players where like this guy's trash, get rid of him. I like a lot of players on this team. This is like a team. Then the one thing I will say is like this team is a team to root for. Like 2 years ago, no, but like this team now, it's like this is a team that you kind of want to win. Like Rivera, it's a really good story with the whole cancer thing. That was great. It makes people like us now, if that makes any sense. But that's cool. It's great to have great stories like that. But at this point, you got to start winning more games.
Agreed.
Then yeah, but no worries. We're still going to the Super Bowl. we're still gonna beat the Bills 35-10.
Oh, in the Super Bowl. Okay. Again.
Yeah. In my dreams.
Again. But man, I appreciate that, Rob, man. Great call again. I super agree with you on a lot of things, especially the Taylor Heineke thing. I'm right on the same level as you as far as Taylor Heineke. I'm not he's terrible after this game, but I'm also like, in retrospect, I don't think, like you said, the way you worded it, I don't think this is the guy you give a 5-year big time contract to and expect him to take you to the Super Bowl.
I want to keep him, obviously, but like not like a giant budget, like $100 million 5-year. No.
But yeah, man, I appreciate that, Rob. Man, definitely call in next week, win or lose or tie. I mean, I highly doubt that happens, but definitely
if we
call
tie
in
against
next
the
week.
Chiefs, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if we tie against the Chiefs, I'll be ecstatic if we tie the Chiefs. Oh
That's a moral victory.
That's a victory for me, honestly.
But yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Definitely.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
All right, take care.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I And also on top of all of that, another thing I wanted to point out is that like I know Coach Calvin said it. I feel like Merle said it. I'm pretty sure some other people said it, but I kind of forgot. I just have a lot of information in my head, but not exactly who said what. But I know generally a lot of callers were saying like it's time to bring up DeShazer Everett. It's time to bring up Jeremy Reeves. What we're doing right now isn't working. And even though these guys that are playing right now, who are on the field currently, are more talented than these other guys, you can say, but they're just not being more productive. We had a top defense last year, and you can definitely say it's because of the quarterbacks we went against last year versus the quarterbacks we're going against this year. But it's like complete miscommunication issues at this point, and it's like, what could it hurt? Let Jamin Davis play more, because what could it hurt? How much worse can it get? Let DeShazer, let Jeremy Reeves play. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like let's go and try these guys out, because how much worse can it get? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I need to take the dogs out. I need to get a whole bunch of other stuff done. I might as well just go ahead and start working on a way too early mock draft. And I'm just going to go off of our current pick. I'm not about to say if we get a top 5, top 10 pick, because I'm not rooting for us to tank. But I'm just going to go whatever pick we have currently in whatever draft in the draft right now. I'm going to use that, and I'll probably just going to do a 1 year. Go ahead and do a mock draft, all the picks and everything. And y'all probably already know who I want. It's gonna probably end up being Malik Willis or Matt Corral at quarterback, and of course I'm gonna dive into the weaknesses and strengths. Second round, you know what I'm saying? I might have to grab my boy Nakobe Dean from Georgia, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll go from there. So usually with my mock drafts, I don't necessarily do it. The main goal isn't for who the Washington football team should draft. It's more so to put people on to what, random prospects you may not know about. Because like I tried to put people on to Jabril Cox really early before he even went to LSU when he was still at NDSU, things like that. Jordan Mailata, before he even got signed to the Eagles, during the offseason, I did a mock draft where I had us drafting him like 6th round, 5th round in the draft. He went undrafted and the Eagles ended up getting him. Now he's their franchise left tackle. So I try to use that as like an opportunity to put y'all on to some guys. And I want to do it earlier in the season so you can also watch these guys continue in college. I want to go ahead and say, look at this guy. We should get him in the 4th round. And then now for the rest of this year, you can actually watch him live in college to see how you feel about that certain player and things like that. Oh yeah, Jimmy Moreland, Kevin Pierre-Louis, other guys we let go. It's sad we let them go because we're struggling in the position groups that we left empty because they left. We wouldn't be this bad with our defense last year. Should have kept more. Yeah. Lonnie, I don't know. It went into a lot of politics, and we kept Trey Apke because of special teams and things like that. But we could definitely use a Jimmy Moreland right now. And what's good, Obadiah, man? I see you, Saints fan, in the chat, man. I appreciate you pulling up. You have every right to talk your trash, man. When we lose like that, you can say whatever you want to say. It's different where, if we just happen to beat y'all with a lucky field goal at the end, or y'all beat us with a lucky for something like that. But y'all won this game, so shouts out to all the Saints fans. Y'all already know how I feel about the Saints. First of all, Alvin Kamara's from Atlanta, and I like a lot of the players. So pretty much any week that they're not playing us, I normally root for them to beat other teams, especially the Falcons, because that's the team I hate the most. So salute to the Saints for a good game. Again, was not rooting for y'all at all against us. I don't care. Alvin Kamara, I was hoping we held him to 0 yards, even though I had him in 2 fantasy leagues. I don't care. But after this, man, y'all got it. Go beat the Falcons twice. Beat them 50-0 all you want. If y'all play the Cowboys, I'm not sure if y'all do. Make sure y'all stomp them as well. I would appreciate it. But yeah, man, I appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all go check out my game review. I did a whole 28-minute breakdown of everything that went down. I went position group by position group, player by player. Make sure you go check that out on YouTube right now. It's already out. And I'll catch y'all probably tomorrow with the mock draft. I'll catch y'all throughout the week with videos and live streams. And I'll catch y'all next Sunday when we play the Chiefs. I'm assuming that game's at 1 p.m. as well. So make sure you pull up for that live stream. And then afterwards, a post-game live stream just like this one after the Chiefs game, win, lose, or tie. Again, I appreciate y'all, man. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow with the mock draft.